Uh,
You can put down all the concepts in the chat box, Ram Krishna. I will have a look at it. So what are the different operators that we learned? Relational operators, increment, decrement. See, encapsulation is nothing but it's a hiding of the data, or it provides only required information to the outside world. So for example, in a class, I hope my screen is visible. So in a class, we write all the methods and variables only within the class. So a class provides like the encapsulation. It wraps our data inside the class. So that is the reason it provides data hiding. So encapsulation is nothing but the concept of class, writing the methods inside it and variables.
yes,
Clear?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just go through the concepts and then let everyone join. So I explained about the final keyword also, right?
Final keyword also.
Okay. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. Do you know what is typecasting?
Like it is a like converting the data types,
Yes.
right?
Converting from one.
Converting from one data type to another data type.
Yes. So basically, whenever I want to convert from one data type to another data type, say from
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want to implicit, where there are some implicit, I can convert from one data type to another data, implicit data conversion, or explicit. Explicitly also we can explicit. Okay, whatever is the spelling. Okay, so implicit conversion is nothing but like for example, when you want to have a small data type storing the bigger data type, okay, implicit conversion will take place. So for example, there is a float. Float is bigger than int or byte or short, right? So like in a big box, you are storing a small box. It can easily fit in. So that is the implicit. Implicit means automatic. It can be done. So float average is equal to, I want to convert an variable which is in the int, and I will say score. So where score is nothing but a int variable, CORE, and equal to 100. So for example, if the score is 100 and it is of the type integer, then I can convert it into float by just putting it into the two parentheses and mention the conversion as int. Then this will be converted into float now, and average will have the float value of score. But the same thing, if you want to put a small box inside a big box, then it cannot be done. We have to either enlarge it, right? Or we have to make the other one smaller. So for that reason, we have to be careful when we are doing. So implicit conversion and explicitly, we have to do it explicitly. Sometimes this is implicit. This can be done without conversion. This can be done even without this because it is bigger value. It can be, score can be assigned directly to float because it is a bigger value. So decimal part will be truncated and it will have the score value. Okay. But the same thing in when you want to convert the opposite way. Say, for example, I have a float average equal to 100.02 F. Okay. In this case, what will happen is I have to do the conversion explicitly. If I want to store the int value of AVG, then I have to do it int and then say score equal to convert to int. I have to mention this int and then what we have to
Float, no, ma'am. It will come as float, I think.
float, yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere I'm going wrong. Where
It's
this should
here
be
only in the not there, ma'am. Int score is equal to
here. I have to mention float.
yeah. Yeah. No.
If I want to store the, but let me do it in the code. That's a better way. So basically conversion data from one type to another. I hope my eclipse is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we will try it in the code. So supposing type conversion. I will click on public static void main and click finish. Okay, so say for example, here I have a value int. Int score equal to 100. Now I want to convert into float, and then say if average equal to, I want to get the average of this one. Oh, float here, you have to give here float and the value of the variable. So now the score which was of the type int will no more be int once you convert. So this value will be stored as an average. Okay, average will be holding the score value in the type of float. Okay, this is one type of conversion. This is explicit conversion. We are doing it explicitly, right? So supposing even if I take out this, just a minute, yeah, it will not. This is work. This will work perfectly fine because int is a higher value, float is int is a lower value, and higher value is float. It can be done easily. So this is implicit conversion. Okay, I have not done any conversion here. So let's print the value of average here and try to find out. It will be 100.0.
Yeah. Right.
Correct? Okay. So the other way, say for example, now if I make this as float equal to 100.0 F, okay, 100.2 or whatever F, 100.2 F, and I want to store it as an int value, then I have to convert explicitly. See, it will directly show me an error, add cast to int. Then that means I have to use two parentheses and mention the data type. This will be called as explicit now.
Yes.
Okay, so then average will be now treated as int value. It will have just 100. Okay, so converting from one data type to another data type is nothing but the type conversion.
Yes.
Similarly, we can have conversion of data in the objects also. A bigger value of the object holding a smaller value of the object. Or if you want smaller value of the object to hold a bigger value. Say for example, You want to vehicle, we have a vehicle as a superclass and car as a subclass. Then subclass can be converted to its parent class easily. Whereas if you want to make the car as a vehicle, then we have to mention the type vehicle explicitly. So this is from typecasting from one object to another type. So we can have typecasting done between the objects also, typecasting between the data types also. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So last class, I think I covered arithmetic operators. All the operators I have covered, right? Relational,
Yes.
logical. So these are the main arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators. Okay. Unary, I think it is only on one operator. But it is okay. Bitwise, let's forget it. It works on the bits hardly we use in Java. Ternary operator, are you familiar?
No.
Okay, fine. Ternary operator is nothing but I have a condition and I want to give that condition. Just a minute, I will share my eclipse. I have a condition. Say, for example, I will take out everything here. I want to check if one method is there, okay? So what I'll do here is I'll make a static method here. Static means I don't have to create an object, right?
Object.
Okay. So int static int mm, static int, and I want to add any two numbers. Okay. No, compare. I want to compare the two numbers, and whichever is bigger number, I want to return that value. Okay. I have a method compare here. I want to compare between these two methods, A and B. Okay. I will put a condition here saying if, no, I want to say, how do you give the ternary operator? Return, okay, return. In the same line, you can mention that particular condition. So for separated with the colon. So return and then provide the value int A greater than B, then put the question mark. Then what it has to return? If A, then this is how you have to give the ternary. See, in the same line
Oh.
without using any condition, without if and all. So otherwise, I am giving in one line what it has to return. So let's understand this and I will tell you the difference. So in the same line, I'm returning. So what I'm doing, I'm putting a condition here. If A is greater than B, then if it is true, first value will be returned before the colon. Whatever is the first value, it will return that. If this condition is false, second condition will be returned.
Okay.
Okay. I will say A equal to 10, B equal to 20. Getting the idea?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So this is how it will work. Basically, give the condition in the same line without if else. Only one condition is that. So we'll go for a ternary operator, which will have the condition and then along with the question mark. Whatever is true will return first. If it is false, it will go to the next condition after the
Mm.
question. Okay. So for example, here, if I have to say compare and provide the value here 20, 30, and I put a semicolon. So I should be getting the value as I will put value SYSOUT, and I will give whatever is inside this and I put it here. Then it should return me the value as 30. 30. Perfect. I hope you got it. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is the concept of uh,
Mm.
only two. Okay. So this is a concept of ternary objects. Okay. And
Yes.
the next thing is I'm getting you familiar with how to use the Eclipse, how to set up the
Yes.
project, how to do the source
Project.
file, to compile, how to execute.
Right. Yeah.
Every time I'm showing you everything in Eclipse. Okay.
Yes.
And already I have introduced the concept of inheritance. Inheritance is one of the major
Yeah.
concepts. Can you tell me? It's your turn.
About inheritance, ma'am.
Uh,
Like inheritance is a property in which the child class will inherit the properties from the subclass, the
hmm,
super class, like super class.
hmm,
The subclass will inherit the properties from the subclass,
hmm.
super class.
Yes.
For example, if we have a car as a subclass, then we can say this parent law like
Hmm.
superclass will be like vehicles,
Hmm.
uh, and we can we will inherit this inherit from the class by using extend keyword. I think. No?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Hmm. Okay. So we go on creating so many objects, right, in Java. So for any
Yes,
program that we want to execute, we go on creating objects. So supposing this is not static, the same compare program. If it is not static, then I have to call the method on by creating the object, right?
object.
Hmm. Say I will say this class as compare. The program is related to compare. Let me always the class name and the file name has to be the same. So compare, if it
Same.
is the class name, then the source file name also has to be compare itself, compare.java. So now I will call this method by creating an object because I've taken out the static keyword. What I have
Yes.
to do, compare and give a object name, any object name, and give the new operator. And this is the default constructor provided by the JVM. And on the object, I have to use a dot, right? Remember?
Yes.
And put the dot and you will get the compare and it will
But
work the same. So,
yes.
well, now we keep creating so many objects in Java. So I have created, see, if you look at my projects that I have, see, so many projects I have. Okay, I keep creating
Yes.
so many classes. So don't you think I will run out of the memory? See, if I show you, see, there are so many objects.
Yes. Yes.
So how don't you think that I will run out of the memory? What will happen to my memory?
Yeah, it will get filled.
In C, C++, if this was the case, my Eclipse would have stopped running. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But in Java, we have something called as um, um, garbage collection, which takes care of our garbage collection, which takes care of um, all our objects. Okay. So it objects are garbage collected. This is called as GC. In short, we call it as GC, garbage collection. So basically, what is the purpose of garbage collection is it will check whatever unused objects are there and it will automatically go on collecting each and every object. So one good
Okay.
feature about Java is garbage collection is automatic. We will not worry. As a developer, I don't care how many objects are created, what to do with so many objects. I don't have when my memory run out of, I don't have to worry because of the garbage collection because it is automatic. Okay, so this is automatic, but suppose a developer wants to call the garbage collection. Sometimes some um, applications may have performance issues. Okay, it might go slow. So that time, a developer can also call the GC method by using system.gc.
Okay.
Okay, this is also available in Java just to clear out unused objects. And those
Yes.
objects which are assigned as null, objects which will be eligible is objects that are equal to null. That means it will understand that those objects are no more used in the program and they will be reclaimed with the memory. Memory will be cleared for those objects. Okay.
Okay.
Just before GC, there is a method called as finalize. Finalize, which will be called before GC, this method will be called. Okay. So generally, then they will ask this question in the interviews and all. What is finalize? Finalize is
Nice. Yes.
will be just called before the garbage collection is done.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the concepts which you have to remember for garbage collection. So garbage collection is automatic in Java. In case the developer wants to work on garbage collection or improving the performance of a application, then you have to
Yes.
assign some unused objects as null. And there is a method called as finalize, which will be called before the garbage collection. And system.gc is the method for garbage collection.
Yes.
Okay. So this is one good feature in Java. Okay. Now let's understand. Did I tell about the access modifiers?
No, ma'am. No.
Public, private, protected, and default.
Yeah. Yeah. Private. Ah. Yes. 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 Yes.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Private,
Yes.
protected. Protected
Private.
also I
Yeah.
explained,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You have explained.
And package, what is the package and all that?
Package. Didn't, no, ma'am. Package. I think you didn't told us.
Uh-huh. Okay. So package in Java is nothing but we want to keep the classes. We will have seen in generally in our if you look at my folders, I will keep all the folders in a nice way. So is my screen visible like this?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, see what I have
Eclipse.
kept Hibernate training one content in the folder, Minecraft one folder, MySQL one folder, threads, web application, everything in everything is one. Each of them are separated by in different folders. Okay, so the
Yes.
same concept, all related classes, package is a nothing but a folder in Java. So basically we call that as package. Each folder is called as package. So what a package is basically a folder which holds classes, related classes.
Oh.
So if you have the code related to the database, you can create a database folder package and you can name them as whatever name you want. So basically, I will show you how to do
Oh.
it in Eclipse. So in Eclipse, I will close this. In Eclipse, there is SRC. Right click on SRC. New package option is there. Okay, simple. Package means it is a folder. So if I give the name as I want to store a student details, say, okay, then student.info, all the information about the students can be stored in this particular folder. If I show you, it is just a folder. See, it is just a folder in SRC. Okay. Now, if I can go on creating many classes inside this that are related to the student info, student name and all that, and click on public static void main, I can provide all the code and it will be stored inside the this particular class. Clear? I hope this concept is clear. Are you there, Ramakrishna? Ramakrishna, can you hear me? Okay, so that is a concept of package. Can you hear me, Ramakrishna? So now there is a student class here and every student will have a name. So for example, string name equal to, and then I will provide a name for it. Okay, let me keep it as private as of now. Okay, every student will have a name. Name equal to Ram Krishna. Okay, and I'll put a semicolon here. And here, now I want to use the student information in person. Then if I try to do this, I say student S equal to new student. Okay, then if I take out this, okay, I will take this out. Whatever student is there, I will take this out. And now this package will not have any student information. It is not there. This class is missing in this particular package, but it is there in student.info. That means this when you want to use a class from another package, you have to import it. Okay, it should be there available and you have to import. If you see here, it is giving me an error because it is not directly available in the same package, in the same folder, it is not available. If it is there in a different folder or a different package, then you have to import. Say import is available. Now you have to import it. See, it will add a line on the top saying import which class? The student class from which package? Student.info package. Okay, then student class only will be imported. Supposing there is one more class here. So there is one more marks. Marks class is there. And again, if you want to use that marks in the person class, then again you have to, are you able to hear me so far, Ramakrishna? Yes, no, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so supposing you have a marks class in student.info package,
Okay.
and you want to use that in person, which is there in a different package. Okay, so supposing I want to use marks, marks m equal to new marks. Okay, it will cry. There is an error. Why? Again, it is in a separate package. It is not there in this package.
Yeah.
Then from a different package. Again, we have to import this. So when you have, I can add this and it will get imported as line number 1. So it has imported student info marks class also. So since we have, if you have multiple classes to be imported from the same package and you don't want to write the same import every time, just put a star instead of the class name.
Okay.
Star means import all the classes from this particular package. Okay, so then that means it will import all the classes from this particular package. So that is the concept of package. Now, if you open the student class, the first line, it will specify which package it belongs to. So if you observe the first line, package, and the name of the folder which it exists, package. Student.info is a package. Even marks. If you open, then package is the first word. It is a keyword, in fact, and the package name is followed by it. So this will not have, because it is a default package. It is not, it is missing. That means it is known as default package. If there is no specific package, it is default package. That is the reason they don't have package name and all that. Okay. So this is the concept of package. So package is basically a folder and it will store
related classes.
Yes. And if you want to use 2 different classes from 2 different packages, you have to import them.
Okay.
Okay, that is the concept of packages.
Package.
Yes, and then let me share the slides. Okay, so we have the concept called as And class packages can have sub packages. So student is one package, inside that info was there, no? So
Yes,
that is
ma'am.
another package.
Okay.
So that is the concept of packages. And then we have concept of exceptions.
Exceptions.
Yes,
Yes.
this is very important concept. Any idea what are exceptions?
No, ma'am. No.
Okay. So, and this go through this details on packages before I go
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Sure.
So here basically package means groups of classes will be stored in particular package. And why these are being done? Because it is easy to maintain the code. Say, supposing you have thousands and 10,000 lines of code. If you don't separate them into packages, it will become very difficult to find out the bugs or to
Yes.
add on to new features. That is the reason packages play an important role. Also, what will happen to public, private, and default and protected in case of packages? So private, its meaning is the same. It will be only available within the class. Okay. And the variables or methods that are declared as public will be available even outside the package, inside the package, everywhere.
Okay.
So public means everywhere. Default means it will only be available in the same package. Outside the package, it is not available. This we have to remember. Outside
Remember.
it is not available.
Yes.
The protected means it will be available in same package in the subclasses.
Okay.
Subclasses. Outside the package, it is not available.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the meaning of protected in the
Protected.
packages. Clear?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's go to the concept. Did I teach about interfaces? No, right?
No, no. Interfaces you didn't.
Okay. We will first learn about exceptions, and
Okay.
after that we will come back to the concept of interfaces. Okay. Just give me 5. Exception. Yeah. So there are some abnormal conditions in our code. Okay. Unexpected conditions occur. So for example, okay, so basically I am trying to divide 5 by 5. What will be, if I do system.out.println, what it will give? 1. Okay, because it is very simple, 5. So it will give you with the question. So question is equal to 1. So in case I divide 5 divided by 0, what will happen? It is not defined according to our mathematics, right? So how will Java show me that this is not allowed or this is not defined? So let me show you a program or the same case. Supposing I have an array of elements, say for example, I'm storing 88, 77, 44, 33. So how many elements are there total? So 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 elements are there, okay, in the order of index. Total elements are 4. So for example, if I say this is an array of 2 means what it will get?
It will get 44.
Correct. So supposing I give array of 5, what will it get? Or array of 10, a of 10. What will happen? Is it there first of all?
No.
No. So in this case, how it will show me that it is not there? Okay. Let's try to understand what it will happen. So this kind of a situation is called as exceptions. Okay.
Yes.
So I will show you. Okay. I will show you a program. Simple program, divide by 0. Okay. Or I'll show exception. Okay. Exceptions. And I'll click on public static void main. I will do simple mathematics first. 5 divided by 5. I hope my eclipse is visible.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So it give me answer as 1. Now I will change 5 divided by 0
0.
and I will save it and execute. See what happened. It's saying exception is there where in the method main. What is the name of the exception? It is called as java.lang.arithmetic exception. See, I'm doing a division. Division is an
Division.
arithmetic
Arithmetical.
operator. So it is an arithmetic exception. The name of the exception is divide by 0. And where it is occurring in exceptions class.java in line number 6.
6.
If I click here, it will point to where the exception has occurred.
Yes.
So here the exception is there. Oh, by mistake. Oh, I'm just thinking. Oh, I have done a division by 0, which is not defined. That is the reason I'm using
Yes.
exception. So how do you handle? So supposing if there is one more statement after this. Okay. Oh, sorry. There's one more statement. I am happy to learn division. This message I want to print every time I divide any number. Then what will happen? Will this message be printed?
No.
In case of an exception, this line itself will not be hit. It will stop
Yes.
at this particular line.
Line.
I don't want this to happen. So what they have given in such case of situations, they have some keywords called as try, catch, and then finally, and there is throw and throws. These 5 keywords are introduced as part of exceptions. Okay, try, catch, finally, throw, throws. Throws I will not be teaching as this is a flash course.
Okay.
Only till finally I will teach you. Okay.
Okay.
So let's learn about try, catch, finally, how we can use them. So wherever you think the lines of code which cause the exception can be put in a try block. Okay, just put the keyword try followed by the curly brackets, and within the blocks of code you have to put the lines which throw exception.
Okay.
Which cause the exception. And it should be followed by either a catch clause or a finally block. Let's use first catch. Okay. So here, so catch will be followed by you have to mention the exception type. If you know the exception type, you can give that particular. Here it is arithmetic exception, right?
Yes.
Arithmetic exception is a subclass of exception class. So directly I will use exception itself. If you know you can mention arithmetic exception also instead of directly exception. But superclass is exceptions.
Yeah.
All other exceptions are under the exception class.
Exception.
So what is the message you want to print? You can give that message, or how the code can be handled. You can give any handling for the message. So divide by 0 handled. 0 handled using catch. Okay. And now let's try to execute this piece of code. See, easily my line of code which was not getting printed is getting printed now. It is not stopping my code abruptly.
Yes. Yes.
So I am able to see this line. I am able to continue with my program. It is not stopping because of the message or because of using the try catch block.
Yes.
So this is the concept of try and catch.
Catch.
So wherever you think the exception could occur, put that in the try block, followed by the catch block, which will handle the type of exception. It could be a message, it could be whatever, however you want to handle the exception. Okay. So, and then any lines of code which you want to execute after that. Now,
Yes.
catch means it will handle the exception. Let's use finally. Finally, generally where it will be used, whenever freeing up of data of some uh, closing of files or saying a thank you message or any must, it will be like this piece of finally will always be executed. Whatever reason, finally is always, okay, whether exception occurs, whether it does not occur, always is executed. Okay, whatever happens, even if there is an exception here, wherever the exception is, it will always be getting printed. So I will show you a scenario. So let's print first. See, now actually there is a no catch clause, and this
Okay.
code is throwing me the exception, but still finally is getting executed. This
Okay.
line is not getting executed because it is outside the finally block.
Yeah.
But this line will always be executed no matter whatever happens. So how do you handle this? You have to put even the catch clause. Catch also you can put, and you can
Exception.
yes. This is the right way of doing the things. Clear?
Yes.
So basically, whenever exception is nothing but some abnormal condition or in the code. So whenever an abnormal condition happens, use the try-catch blocks.
Okay.
And if required, this is an optional. Finally is not compulsory. It's an optional block. Some freeing up of the data, some closing of files is usually done in finally block. So let me show the same example using the arrays. How do we can handle the exceptions? Array exception, and click on public static void main. Click finish. Now let me show you an array. Okay, int a, and let me make it an array here. We have to give two square brackets equal to. I will start initializing here itself 23, 45, 55. Only 3 elements let it have. And now if I do system.out.println a of 0, it will perfectly print
23.
first element, no issues. Right? Okay. Now if I say a of 10, what will happen? This is no more there. Let's see what it happens. Again, we got an exception saying that array index out of bounds. So there is no such index exists which is 10. So please check that line. So if I click on the line, it shows me this is the line which is giving me an exception. Oh, this does not exist. So in case someone uses this case of line, try. You have to again add the try catch blocks. Try catch. You can even give the specific. These are all subclasses of exception class. You can give this also. E followed by this one. Array. Check the array elements. Check. Before you do anything, check the array index.
Yes.
So give the proper message. Not only message, we can handle the code, whatever you want to handle.
Yeah. Check there.
So it will be handled and we will not be getting an exception. What is the advantage? Program will not stop. It will still go on working on the next line.
Next. Yes.
This is the good part of exceptions.
Exception.
Yes. Please try to recollect the concept and before I go to the next concept.
But I have doubt now. I'm like, when we know it is like it will not print, then we can directly remove that line now.
See, one way is that you go back and correct the index. But supposing, see, in
by mistakenly if we have typed that,
yes, that is a good question. See, supposing that exception is occurring I have a piece of code in this creating animations. Okay, I have one piece of code here. I'm trying to import that here and then do operate on that particular code. So you will never know which line I'm working on, where that array is without checking the array. Sometimes we'll just write down that code.
Okay.
At that time, we need to make a check on index.
Okay.
This is a simple program, but in 10,000 lines of code, there'll be so many. See, these are two examples of exceptions they have given. Array index out of bounds and another, what was that? Divide by 0. So sometimes object value will be null. So see what I will do. Many a times it happens. See, I will create a object here, thinking that I have created the object. I know now I have not created the object. It is null.
Okay.
But piece of code could be there in any of the packages somewhere in the code, and I'm trying to use that particular code here. Now if I just try to print blindly here a, it will hit back saying that this is an exception, null pointer exception. So wait, a dot, I will have to do something. A dot toString. If I try not toString, I have to say a, and I'm trying to operate on a. So for example, if this is string, okay, string, a dot length. If I just try to get the length of this particular string, a is null. Okay, it will hit back saying there is an exception.
Okay.
So in these cases, we have to make the exception checks. So a lot of different types of exceptions are there. These are just few exceptions I demoed.
Yeah.
There are lots. So unknowingly, we will make some mistakes. Okay. Of exception, we need to handle the exception.
Yes.
Okay. So I hope this concept is clear.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I will complete the small topics on abstract class. I showed you abstract class.
No, ma'am. Abstract.
Okay, abstract class. Okay. Let me tell you the concept of abstract. So basically, there is a keyword called as abstract, which will help us to, abstract is a keyword, which will help us to hide the data. Yes, abstraction provides, and it will prevent object creation.
Okay.
Okay, prevent objects being created. Okay, this is the purpose of abstract keyword. So whenever, say for example, there is a class shape, which has a method area. So shape, unless we know the squares, is it a square shape or is it a circle, is it a rectangle? Area does not make sense in shape, right?
Yes.
So it can be made as abstract. Abstract can be appended for the area method. So the class which contains an abstract method must also be, this is a rule, must also be made as abstract class.
Okay.
Supposing there is a method in a class which is abstract, then the rule is make the class also as abstract, because it is incomplete. So shape, area, we cannot find for any shape, so unless we know the proper shape. So it is incomplete. Abstract meaning is it is incomplete as a developer. Hiding the data is a different thing for the customer or client point of view. But for developer, that means this class is incomplete. It's need more details. So now if shape is inherited by a rectangle, we can easily find the area.
Okay.
So it can easily find the area. What is it? Length into L into B is the area. So here, when someone extends the shape class, it has to be completed. That means area must give a meaning for the area method. To define the area method. Okay, so this is the concept of abstract keyword. Abstract keyword means if you try to create the object of shape, you cannot create. It will show error. Because the key point is it prevents
prevent the objects.
So we cannot create the objects for shape. Okay, take a minute and I will just give me a moment. I will just share another screen, just digest these things, these points. Okay, so this is the concept of abstract keyword. So basically abstraction can be achieved by this keyword and also interfaces in Java. So let me show you that I will create a new package here. New package. I think I will demonstrate the concept of abstraction. Abstraction. Okay. Abstraction concept. Concept. See, whenever I separate the by dot, no, two words.
Sub package and package.
So two folders will be created. One is abstraction will be one folder. Concept will be another folder, sub packages. So, click finish, and then inside this package, I will create two classes. One is shape. See, here only you will understand abstract is there. You can click on that. And click on, okay, I will click on public static void main and click finish. So here I will give a abstract method saying abstract int area, and I will okay, the definition cannot be there. It will end with semicolon. Whenever abstract is there, no, you cannot give the definition. Just end it with the semicolon.
Semicolon. Okay.
Yes. Remove, modify, make. See, already it is showing an error because if the class has an abstract method, then the class also has to be made as abstract. See, that is the reason. Must be. The type shape must be abstract class to define abstract method. So that is the rule. So let's make this also abstract. And I save this. So because area does not make sense in the shape class. Now let me create a rectangle class here. Rectangle, and click on public static void main and click finish. Now let me subclass this by extending the shape. Now it will say there is an error already. What it says, add the unimplemented methods. That means rectangle should be giving the definition to the abstract methods of shape. So now let me click on this. If we are overriding means superclass method overridden, and we will give the meaning for it in the subclass. So here we will say, we'll give direct numbers instead of giving L into B. So whatever is the area of 2030, give me the area. So now if I try to create shape object, let's see, shape S equal to new shape. I told you that we cannot create the abstract class objects. So see, cannot instantiate. You cannot do this line because shape is declared as abstract. So we cannot create an object. So now let me say rectangle. Rectangle, it can be created. because it is subclassing and it is no more abstract. And then I can do s dot area and I can print it also. Okay, I can do system.out.println and s dot area. I will save it in an int value, int area equal to, save it in a temporary variable and get me the area. Easily I can get the area. So this is the concept of abstraction. So abstract means basically no object of the abstract class can be created. That is the first point. Second thing is, if a class sorry, if a class has an abstract method, then the entire class has to be made as abstract. And even if it does not have, you can make it. Okay, you can still works. But if a method, then it has to be made as abstract.
Abstract.
Yes. Any class which extends the abstract class must give the definition for the method that are abstract methods. And we cannot create the object of the superclass in that case, which is abstract. So I hope the concept is clear.
Yes, yes.
So this also helps us for giving the abstraction, like hiding of the data. So if this is not exposed, this is hiding the data. Internal details are not exposed. So that is the reason it provides abstraction in using the abstract keyword. Keyword. Okay, so now that we are dealing with abstraction, I will teach you another concept of interface. So I already told you that we have, I will share the screen in just a minute. I already told you that the interface concept, inheritance. Inheritance is nothing but one class reusing another class, parent-child relationship. Superclass and subclass will be there. We can reuse the properties of the superclass in the subclass.
Subclass.
So if there is single, we have different types of inheritance. So single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical, multiple inheritance. So they have different 4 types of inheritance. So basically, if there is one parent class, so one parent class and one subclass, and these are inherited. Okay, if this is inherited by this, then this is called as
Single
inheritance.
Yes.
Okay, and supposing there is a, I will use a vowel just to differentiate. The multi-level inheritance is nothing but there is one class, there is one more class. For example, vehicle, wheeled vehicle, non-wheeled vehicles. Again, one more car is being inherited. So in this case, there is multiple levels of inheritance. And this is the concept of multi-level inheritance.
Okay.
Hierarchical means many different parents, many different like this. Okay. So we have the concept of multiple inheritance. Multiple means what? There is one parent and there is another parent class, 2 parent class. So supposing there is a let me tell you, there is a class A. Okay, there is a class A and there is a class B. There is a class B. Okay, class A is there, class B is there. Now, using these 2 classes, I am trying to inherit another class called as C. Okay, I am trying to inherit one other class called as C. So this cannot be done in Java. Totally, this cannot be done in Java. Okay. Why? They have taken out this multiple inheritance. This concept has been taken out in Java. Why they have taken out? So basically, supposing this class int A has a variable called as int x equal to 100. Okay. And the class B also can have a variable x. I can have a variable x equal to 100.
Okay.
X equals to say 20. Okay, now if I try to print the value of X in C, what will it happen? Is it referring to A class X or B class X? There will be so much of confusion.
Yes, yes.
So in order to avoid this all confusion, they have taken out the concept of multiple inheritance. This is no more existing in Java. Okay, so that is the reason they have stopped multiple inheritance in Java. So how can you achieve the same? They have compensated. Okay, they have compensated using something called as interfaces in Java. So we can have multiple interfaces being inherited. Multiple interfaces can be inherited by a class. So if I have to tell you that, say there's a class C extends A comma B. This is totally not available in Java. This is totally wrong. Okay, this is totally taken out from Java. So whereas this is compensated by multiple inheritance concept. Okay, this is achieved. So now if I have to say multiple, so this I will come to this concept shortly, right? Okay, so let's say now this how you can do this is using inherit interfaces. This has been compensated by, say, class C implements. They have introduced another keyword called as implements interface A, interface B, where A is also an interface, B is also an interface.
Interface.
So remember, implements is the word which they have introduced. Okay, so this is the total gist. This is not allowed, whereas this is what they have come up with. Okay, so now let me show you using the code, the concept of interfaces. Okay, so let me create a new interface. I will first create an interface, show you. I will create a new package called as interfaces. All generally package names are to be small letters. Interfaces dot example, and I will click finish. So inside this, I will create one interface. So first of all, let me create I have to create an interface. So it is similar to class. So here interface option is there. It is you can create an instance, you can create an object of interface also. So generally they start with I, and I will say electronics. Okay, electronics, gadgets. Okay, gadgets, and click finish. So I want to create an interface, electronics, gadgets. So for example, all the gadgets in our world have a price. Okay, so int, or I will say float price is the value of whatever string I pass here. String gadget. And I have to end it with a semicolon. Again, only method signatures. Method, this is called a signature. How the method would look like. Signature only will be there, only is declared inside interfaces. So clear?
Yes.
So only we can have method signatures inside an interface. So interface is a keyword. Inside that I have a method signature called as price. Now if you want to make meaning for this particular interface, we have to create a class and implement it. I will create a class. say mobile. And here itself, I can add, see, interfaces. I can add here. I will show it using the code. So here, instead of extends, I have to do implements. Implements, electronics, gadgets. I can have one more also. I can have one more. I can go on implementing multiple interfaces. And whatever, once I implement the interface, I have to give the meaning to this particular method signature method. So it will already give me an error. Let me click on the error, add unimplemented methods. So this is the method, one method is there. So I have to give the meaning. For a particular mobile, say, let me say 10,000 is the price. Okay, so again here also overriding concept comes into picture. We are overriding the price method of the interface inside the mobile class. So here also we are trying to, I will create the main method. Let's type main and control space. Control space is a helper. It will make our developer life very fast by using control. Coding will become very fast. So now if I have to create an object, I can either use electronics gadgets as the interface and say E equal to new. I can assign mobile. So now my mobile is the object that I'm going to create. I want to get the price for the mobile. E dot price of which one? Mobile. If you want, you can pass, otherwise it's fine. M-O-B-I-L-E. So this is how you can get the price of it, and I can do a sys out. It is returning the float value, and I will say P equal to return me that value. Or is it crying? Oh, create a local. Okay, I have to give mobile in double quotes because it is a string value. LE mobile. And I have to use system.out.println P. I just want to print the value of the price of the mobile. So I will execute this. Then I will get the value of the mobile. So this I have done using the interface concept. I can have one more interface also. So for example, another tomorrow, this mobile wants to have another interface. Say for example, IC chip. We want to check what is the IC chip inside the mobile. So IC chip. So then I can create this as an interface, and how many number of IC chips. It can be a method. So int number of chips or IC chips. CHI or memory, whatever. IC chips. It can also be a method. This can also be a method. So in this case, this has to be an interface. Okay, so in this case, what should happen? Mobile can still have another interface, and we can do the changes very easily. So again, you can be having IC chip, and I have to override that method, which is nothing but number of IC chips. Say there are 10 or 1000 IC chips. I can easily add any additional functionality using the interfaces. Just go back, add the interface, let the method implement. That's the advantage of using interfaces.
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you quickly brush up on the concepts that I covered today?
Yes, ma'am. Right. Today we have discussed about typecasting, ma'am, in which we have discussed implicit and explicit typecasting. Then we have discussed garbage collection, how it is done. Like in Java, it is done automatically, but still we have options. And we have discussed packages. And we have discussed exceptions and abstraction and Now we have discussed interface. That's it.
Yes, correct. Okay, so these are few concepts. Next class, what's the time? I will check on the time. Okay,
It's six,
we have,
five.
okay,
Yeah, it's
fine. Would
4:40.
you like to take one short break, 5 minute break,
Yeah, sure.
5 or 10 minutes break? We can meet up exactly at 5:55. Okay,
Okay, sure.
okay. Okay, I will send across the link in the chat box. Go through it regarding exceptions. Any doubts you have, you can ask me. Both these two websites are really very good in
Yeah,
understanding any concept.
yeah, yes. I follow this W3 schools most of
Huh.
the time.
At the beginner level, it is good, but for
Yeah, yeah.
advanced level, you have to go through Greeks
Each,
or Java Point.
yes.
Go through this both the topics, exceptions and modifiers. Any doubts you have, I can clarify now. Done?
Yes, ma'am, done that.
Okay. Any doubts there in
No,
exception or
no,
in modifiers?
no, ma'am, no. Just I think I have like practice. I have to practice those things.
Yes, yes. The more the practice you do, the more the
Yeah.
things you learn.
Yes.
Okay. So let me take you through another concept called as recursion. Okay. I
Yeah.
have shared the link in the chat box. Now, this time you have to explain me, understand the code, what is the concept. You will have to explain me everything for recursion.
Okay. Okay.
After you are done, you can explain me that.
Yes, ma'am.
Did I help you understand the string class?
No, ma'am, no.
Okay, string we will do today. String class recursion.
Yes, ma'am. Like recursion is it makes the function call by itself.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened? Like it breakdowns the steps to make a way easy to get the output.
Mm.
Like yes, if like for example, if we have two numbers, the addition of two numbers is easy to get the answer. But if you have a range of numbers like multiple numbers like 1 2 3 4 5 6, so adding those numbers is like 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 it will take more time.
Mm.
So we can break down that, and we can just do in a simple way through calling by itself, by function calling itself, by doing recursion.
Mm.
So
Yes, correct. So basically, any function you want to repeat by itself can be done using a recursive function, recursive method. So if I have to show you, just a minute, I just will check. So factorial of a number or the Fibonacci series, if you know, or if I want
yeah,
to add some numbers recursively, some method has to be called by itself. So
yes,
calling a method within the same method, basically,
yes, yes,
unless a stopping condition is encountered. That is the recursion. So do
yeah.
you want me to explain more on it, or that's enough using the code?
Just in a code way, like I didn't understand how this code goes on.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm. Just a minute. I'm just opening. I just lost that link in between. Huh. Okay. I'll take the example of same link which I shared you. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
hope
yeah.
the screen is visible. Huh. So
Yes,
basically making a call for the function by itself. That means
yes,
within the function, calling the same function again and again in unless it is stopped. Okay, there will be a
yes,
stopping condition.
yes,
So like a loop. Example of that could be like a loop, function loop.
yes, yes.
So for example, I want to add sum of first 10 numbers. Then how it
Okay.
will be? To 10, add 9, add 8. What is the common thing? We are subtracting 1 at every level. So in
Yes. Okay.
doing this, then it will be, we can write a method like a 10 plus sum of 9, 10
Okay.
plus sum of 8. So we can go on writing till sum of 0. This is a sum of
Okay.
0 is stopping condition.
Yes.
So if you look at the code,
Oh, yes.
see, there is public static void main. They are getting the result and trying to print the result. There is a
Yes.
method called as sum of 5, 10. Where
And
is the start? Where is the end? So if you go to the method sum, it is a static method. No need to create object because it is
yes.
a static.
Static method.
So start condition is 5 and end condition is 10.
10.
So go on adding the numbers from 5 until 10 is encountered.
Yes.
So what it will do, if end is as long as greater than the start, then return end plus sum of start and also the end
And
minus 1.
okay.
Okay, again we are calling the sum method inside the method. That is like a for loop going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this is how it will work.
Yeah,
You can do the try it yourself. I will show the try it yourself. See the same code. If it is executed, it will show 45, which is nothing but 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. Clear?
yes.
Generally, factorial of a number or Fibonacci series or any method can be repeated in the same way.
Yeah, doing request.
A recursion, technique of repeating a method by itself, like a for loop, it will work.
Yeah.
So fine. I hope this is understood. And then another small concepts are there like enums. Okay, enums
Yeah.
are frequently used. Java enums. So enums are nothing but groups. If you have to have a variable as a constant, we use the final, right?
Yes.
So for final for variables. If you want to have a group of constants, then you can go for a enum. Enum is type, like a data type. So for example, I want to have 3 levels, low, medium, and high. So
Okay.
these are constants. Okay, now these
Yeah.
are constants. Nobody will change the values.
Hmm.
And we are using the enum as the keyword. Level is the name of the variable.
Yes.
What the level contains 3 constants, low, medium, and high.
Right.
So now in the code, they are trying to print all the
Levels.
all the
Variables.
variables. So how do you do this? You can create the enum, and in the public static void main, go on displaying whatever is the level.
Yes.
Or if you want to have, you can use it in a switch condition also. So
Yes.
depending on the case, if it is low is the variable, then print as low level.
Level.
Medium is there, then it will print these messages accordingly. And another code I had actually for enum, like if you want to print all the enums, you can use a for loop.
All. Okay. Okay.
Okay, and one more small concepts are there. After one more string class. Okay, so majorly I will teach on the string class. I hope the recording is on.
Yes, ma'am. Recording is on.
Okay, so now that we have been creating so many classes, let's use a inbuilt class called a string class. Okay, so string is very important class. Everything that we want to write in the code or anything, we generally use string class. Okay,
Yes.
so all the words, all the sentences are all based on string. Okay, string demo. Let me use string demo and click on public static void main. String is basically um, string demo 1 I will use. So string is an immutable, okay, immutable class. So remember that string class is immutable. String is immutable. I will come back to the meaning, which is nothing not changed. Okay? Remember, it is not, you cannot change, or it is like constants. It is constant. Okay. So basically, in interviews and all, they'll ask you a lot of questions like what is immutable, how, which is immutable. These questions are very common in interviews.
Yes.
Just to give, I think you're working for TCS, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, you must be familiar with the word immutable then.
No, ma'am. No, I never.
How many years of experience you have?
1 year, ma'am.
1 year. Okay, okay. Okay. Fine. Do you have had a on-project experience or not yet?
Like, yeah, nearly like not that much, but they didn't give us to work and all. They just want us to see. That's it, ma'am. They didn't allow us to work and all those things. And moreover, I was in this testing domain.
Oh, okay. Now you are moving to development.
Yeah, like I'm trying for it. Like, what happened? Like in this 2, 3, 4, like 2 to 3 months, our project will end. They will give us release, and we will get new project calls. If you are not able to clear those calls, we will get into the support projects and all.
Okay, okay. Okay, shift wise, huh?
Yeah, shift wise. And in the support projects, we don't have any coding and all, I think. Like it will be like working in a technical tool, that's it.
Oh, okay. Then better you get hands-on experience with Java.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah.
Yes. Good. Okay. So string, I was saying that it is immutable. So immutable means it will remain constant. So let me first show you how to use a string. So string is a class. So string s1 equal to, I can assign a value hello. Okay. So what will happen when I create this? There will be a memory that's get created. So basically there will be a memory here like this. This is a heap memory. All the objects that you create will be created on the heap memory. Okay. And here in the heap memory, there is something called as a string pool. Okay. This is a string pool where all the string objects will be stored. Only string objects can be stored in the string pool. So here that hello will S1 with the value hello will be created. New object will be created. Okay. So now this is as good as creating an object. Okay, wait, let me clear the things. Uh, mm, Now, this is as good as saying string s1 equal to new string and within the parenthesis, hello. This is the same.
Yes.
Okay. So now what I will, this line and this line both mean the same. This, if you just assign value hello, it is a reference. A new object of hello will be created on the string pool. Let me create another value s2 and assign a word hello and then world.
Okay.
Okay. Now what I will do, I will try to join the two strings. Now I will say string or wait, I will just try to join. There is a method ready-made. So string class is very handy. It has very different like handy APIs, handy methods are there which we can work on strings. Lot of APIs. If you want to join the strings, if you want to get a part of the string, if you want to get a particular character and you want to split the strings, there are a lot of methods already available. So I will so say S1 dot concat. Concat is a method which will help us to join the strings.
Yes.
Okay. So concat S2. If I do this, let me show you the output first. What will happen? It will join the two strings.
Yes.
Now, let me show you what is the meaning of immutable. So now what I will do, S1 I will try to print. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just trying to concat the two strings and I will try to print the value of S1. So let's do that. See what happened. When you join the string, it is hello world. But the original string is not changed.
Yeah, it's hello.
S1 is not holding hello world. It is still holding
Hello
itself. Okay, last one. So that is the reason the original string cannot be changed. That is the meaning of string is immutable.
Okay.
Okay, the same thing I will show you. There is one more called as string builder, which is mutable. So what I will do, string builder S1 equal to new string builder I have to use. New string builder. Again, I will use string builder. Oh, shit. String builder, and here also I will use string builder. So now what I will do, there is not, this is to join the two strings we have called as append is a method. S1 dot S2 I will do. I have just changed it to sim builder and used the append method. Now we will see what happens. See what happened when it joined the string, it is showing hello world. Also the original string was also changed.
Okay.
So whereas in string, it used to only show hello.
Hello.
So this is the meaning, and this is the difference that makes a string as immutable, whereas string builder is mutable.
And then what this append will, ma'am, like if we have typed there concat in the place of append.
Sorry, come again.
Ma'am, like now it is append, you have written like s1 dot append.
Huh.
If we replace it with concat, what will it
No,
show
in
the out?
string builder, they don't have concat method. The same
Okay, okay,
concat method they have come up with, they don't have. See, they don't have.
okay, okay. It's
But
throwing
they
error.
have append with the method to join any
Oh,
two characters.
okay, in string builder.
A string builder, yes.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. So, but the meaning, understand the meaning of string is immutable and string builder is mutable.
Mutable, yes, yes, I got it.
You understood? Okay. The
Yes.
same is the case with string buffer. String buffer is also there.
Okay.
String buffer, buffer. See, every time you see the class, it is there in java.lang. Java.lang is a package, inbuilt package, which contains the class string buffer.
Oh.
So you might ask, when I click this on java.io, IO means it is also a package which will contain input output package inbuilt by Java. So if I double click this, you might ask, where is the import is not getting imported? But
Yes.
this java.lang is a package which will be there on top. Implicitly, it will be there.
Okay.
Implicit import is done by java.lang. Okay. So this package is very important. It is already available to all the classes.
Okay.
Similar to how object is on top of all the classes, no? Object class is a super class of all the classes that we create. So similarly, java.lang is a package available for all the packages.
Yes.
So here I will change it to string buffer. Okay. String buffer everywhere. I will change this. Now the same code append is there in string buffer also. We will check what is the output. Is the string buffer immutable or mutable? We will check it.
Okay.
What do you conclude?
Mutable.
It is also mutable.
Mute.
Now sit back and tell me the difference. Find out. I will give you some 5 minutes time. Find out the difference between string buffer and string builder and tell me. You can use Google. You can do all the R&D. What is the difference between string builder and string buffer? Any answers?
I didn't go at like like it was saying like string buffer is synchronized and it is thread shape.
Synchronized and threads. Correct.
Yes.
So basically, you remember those two words when I visit the threads in the next session, next
Okay.
Saturday. So
Okay.
I will clear this thread safe and synchronized. Okay, they will ask the
Okay.
difference in interviews
Okay.
and all. They will ask the difference between what is the difference between string buffer and string builder.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So this you know got to familiar with the append method. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I will change everything to string. Everything, let me change it to string. And I want to get some part of the string. How you can get substring is there, method is there, substring from which string S1 I want to get only LLO. Okay, then
Okay.
begin text will be, this will be 0, this will be 2, after 2 whatever is there, get me. So 2 if I do,
Okay.
and I will take out this line. So it should only show me LLO.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
meaning of substring is get me the
Substring.
part of that particular string.
Yes.
And also you have S1 dot split, you have SPLIT, split, according to a particular, you can split the strings like E. If you want to split it at 2 parts, you cannot display them. It will be object reference. It will be an array which will be
Okay.
created. So you have to store it in an array and then you can display that. How you can display string and then put array S and then equal to, no, this is not the way. I have to use a for each loop, I think. For each. For each, and then I will use this. Use yes, and this is how you have to one printing the each of the strings. 2 different strings will be getting created at the point E. H will be one string, LLO will be another.
Okay.
Okay. Also, we have what are the other things? S1 dot C. If you just put S1 dot, you will get ends with, contains.
Okay.
One very important thing is if very often equals method will be used when you are comparing 2 strings. Equals
Okay.
is very important method, and most of the time we will compare 2 strings. So if 2 strings are equal, it will print me yes message, otherwise no message. Let me do that program. So if S1 is equal to S2, that means the contents is hello equal to world, then it will print a S, otherwise let it print a no.
Okay.
It is not printing anything. I will put a else condition here. And I will use
No.
Let me execute. So
Yeah,
no.
no.
So supposing I change one of the things to hello, hello, exactly the same word. Or let me assign. Okay, I will first give the same words. Then it will be yes message output. Okay, so both are same. Now let me change this S2 is equal to S1. Okay, and put a semicolon. I'm assigning the object of S1 to object of S2.
Yeah.
Then so it will be S message.
Yes. Yes.
And one more scenario which I wanted to show you is the length. Okay, so this equals method is important. And supposing I have h as small and I have method without comparing the cases, like 2 different cases, lowercase, uppercase,
Okay.
ignore case means it will still be
Same.
words will be compared, it will still be the same. What do you expect the answer to be?
It will reflect.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes will come.
It will just compare the words, not the capital
Yes,
letters,
yes.
and it will not be ignored. It will be ignored.
Yes.
Equals ignore case. And one more thing, length I wanted to show you. So let me show you. S1 dot length means, see, this length means it will get
Length of a string.
the length of the string. So
Yes.
basically length means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 is the expected answer. So 5, the total
Okay.
number of words in the strings.
Sure.
It will help. So length is also very oftenly used. So this is a very important class, string class, and very handy and very useful. And
Yes.
on top of every, see, every class there is a object class. So if I want to show you, Control T I will do. It will show the hierarchy. See, object class is on top of every class that we create. And object class, string class, common things, whatever we are using now, it is there in java.lang.
Yeah, language.
Yes. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So can you quickly summarize?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Like the second session, like we have discussed about recursion, ma'am, and we have gone through this string concept.
Correct.
Yeah, this immutable and mutable strings. Difference between both of them. That's it.
Yes.
And how to call these strings and all and cases.
Yes. Okay. Okay. And let's understand what is the meaning of system.out.println. So what is ln meaning? Do you know?
No.
Okay. ln means new line. Okay. So if I do, let me show you, system.out.println S1 and the same line, let me copy and do S2 and execute it. It will be printed in 2 different lines.
Okay.
Okay. Now let me just remove the ln from both the strings and execute. I've just taken out ln. So what will happen? It will be in the same line.
Same line. Yes.
ln means basically go to the next line.
Next line. Okay.
Okay. And let me help you understand this entire line. Why so big line they have given? See, system. It is there in, it is a class which is defined in java.lang package. Name of the class is system. It is a static class. Okay. It is a static class. I don't think they have given here, but it is a static class. Out is an object of static class system. And on top of that, print or println is a method. Okay. So just it has such a big meaning. So system is a class, static class, and out is an object of the system class. On top of the object, we are calling the method, print or println, whatever.
Yes.
Okay. So fine. This is about the system class.
Yeah.
And then just to give upon, I think 3 to 4 topics are left out. So let me share that particular screen. One is lambda expressions I will explain now. Okay. Next class, I will explain about 4 concepts, which is file operations. And one more is multi-threading. Multi-threading is another thing. And then wrapper classes I have to explain. This collection framework, entire thing I will explain in the next class. Okay. These 3 concepts are remaining. Apart from that, I think I have covered all the concepts. Just go. Am I sharing that screen?
Yeah.
Apart from that, I think I have covered. Just go through it once.
Yeah, sure.
Anonymous classes will be covered as part of threads.
Okay, sure. Observation. Switch. Those are covered.
Are you clear?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. These 4 topics, we will keep it for the next class. It will require good amount of time. So these are important topics also. Okay.
Yes.
And one small topic, lambda expression I'll cover now. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. So we have been writing methods, right? What are
Mm.
methods basically? What are methods? Huh? You are not audible. Are you telling something? No, Ramakrishna, you are not audible. No, you are not audible. Or you can send me in the chat box.
Now, hello.
Yes, yes, now you are audible.
Yeah, like method is a block of code. I think
Hmm.
only
Block of
runs
code
when
which
it is
does a
code. When it
particular
is
job.
code.
Hmm.
Yes.
So block of code which does a particular job, right? Block of code which works on a particular thing, which works for a particular job. Particular job. Okay. So for example, supposing I have to add 2 numbers, then how I do it? I give a, so basically it has four parts, any method, right? So 4 parts are there for any method. Which are those? First, we have to specify the access modifier like
Yes.
public, private, right?
Yes.
Modifiers like public or private, whatever. And
Yes.
then return type, return type, and whatever data type it is there, we have to give that. And then we have to give the name for a method, name of method we have to give,
Method.
and any arguments that it takes. So these are the 4 parts.
Yes.
So for example, if I have to give you an example, public is the access modifier, int is the return data type, add is the name of the method, and say int a comma int b. These are the 2 arguments, and then I give the definition within this particular
Yes.
definition the method
Yes.
has to do. So this is the entire thing that we have to make up for a method.
Yes.
So when the method is too small, it does not make sense to have so big definition for the method. Okay, we can emit the name of the method and we can make it as a short form of the method. This can be achieved using something called as lambda expressions.
Okay.
Lambda expressions. What they do, they emit the name of the method. Name of the method will no more be there.
Okay.
Okay. Instead, what they will do, they will just put the 2 parentheses. If it takes some arguments, put down the arguments. Okay. And you can give the definition of the method right there. Put an arrow mark, okay? Minus along with the angle bracket, and say a return value, return a plus b.
Okay.
With one line, you can have the definition of the method. So this
Okay.
is called as a lambda
Lambda.
expression. Okay. So let me show you a ready-made code for you. I don't want to type the code, nor I'm good at that lambda. So I will show you lambda example. It's already ready-made. Okay, wait, this is not the one. Lam, um, I have forgotten. Wait, let me go back to the link and show you. I will send that link. Just go through that link once before I explain. I've sent in the chat box.
Yeah.
Is that clear?
Uh, yes, ma'am. Yeah.
See, this is a new feature they have introduced in Java 8.
Okay.
And that's the short form for methods, having methods.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. To make it short, like clearing.
Inline methods.
Yeah. Okay.
So they give the parameters list and give what
Yeah.
the method has to do with the arrow mark
Okay. And yeah.
code block. And say, for example, here they would have given an example. See, oh,
Yeah.
this is slightly different. We have
Both all are different.
wait. Wait. This code you will not understand. I will show you a piece of code. Wait. This you will understand in the next class. So, for
Yeah,
example,
because of this array list concept.
ha. So fine. I will create a small class and show you. No issues. So I had that piece of code. I don't understand where. Okay. Class and add. I think add to numbers itself is a program. Add two numbers without the lambda or something. With lambda. This is the one. Okay. So see here, I have a class called as add two
Add to the
numbers.
number.
And here this public static void main, the entry point in Java.
Yeah.
I have an interface. Just now I introduced the concept of interface.
And
Interface
yes,
is empty method. Okay, no
yeah.
definition. So signature of the method will be there. Add is a method inside the adder. Adder is the name of the interface. And add is the method. It is taking two inputs, which is argument A and argument B. And it is annotated. See, this is important. Annotation. They will ask about these days,
Yeah.
like the advanced Java concepts are all based on annotations. Annotation is nothing but it will add some data to our code, saying
Okay.
that this is a functional interface. The functional interface is a annotation like at override. You just now saw, no? Whenever we are trying to override a method, it will show at override.
Okay.
In this mobile class, see, at override is there. So
Yeah.
at
Yes.
it is actually annotation. Annotation means it is particularly saying that this method is getting overridden. So it will add some extra data which will be understood by the JVM. Which means it will, oh, this I'm looking at this word, it is like saying the pin code. We generally
Yeah.
add the pin code, right? Using the pin code, the postman will understand, oh, this is this area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the same way, the at override will point the JVM saying that this is the overridden method.
Okay.
Particularly. Okay, so in the same way, there is an annotation called as functional interface. Functional interface is a interface, special kind of an interface for writing the lambda expressions. So this functional interface, what it contains a method called as add intake, int b. And this we are giving a meaning. We are implementing the method in line using the lambda expression.
Yeah.
Here we are not writing implements and all that because it is a functional interface.
Excellent.
Giving its meaning in a lambda expression.
Yes.
So we are saying intake, int b. What you have to do, put the arrow mark. Within the definition, we just say system.out.println, give me the a plus b answer.
Yeah. Yes.
Here I can even say 20, 30 because those are the int values.
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah.
I think I have to initialize the variables.
Mm.
So here add and then I'm passing the values here. Here I'm passing the value. Here this is the definition. Here I'm calling
Here
the
I pass. Yeah.
calling the method
Value.
with the values. Clear? What is an
Yes.
lambda? These days, lambda expression, these annotations, they are like very widely used.
Okay.
It is everything is based on these short forms of the methods. Nobody is going to write methods. This they are using a lot of demand for lambda expressions.
Yes.
Okay. So find any doubts you have in any of these concepts, just go back, have a look, and then
Yeah.
let me know. And then go through this topic before I. So for the next class, I will just note down the topics that I have to cover. Just go through that topic, no, which I have pointed you.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Next session, it will be. The topics are basically wrapper classes. Wrapper classes is there, and then collections framework. Okay, all these are important topics. Don't miss multi-threading, multi-threads. Okay, and anonymous classes, and anonymous class. And revision. Clear? These are the topics that are left out.
Yeah.
Okay, just go through that topic, no? Wrapper classes. Please go through
Yes.
that. You have your Eclipse?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I have my.
Okay. Why don't you try 1 or 2 inheritance programs?
Okay. Sure, ma'am. I will try.
That is the best way of learning things. Please
Yeah.
try.
Yeah. Like. Yeah.
In
Now,
case,
ma'am.
yes. No, we still have
Now.
10 minutes.
No. Now I can't know because I'm using in mobile. Like my
Ah,
laptop got hanged. I told.
oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why.
Okay, no issues. Then
Yeah.
go through the wrapper classes link.
Yeah. Sure. Yes, ma'am. I've gone through it.
Hmm.
So these are this is a wrapper class is like way of using this primitive data types into object base.
Mhm.
So let's say so like
Hmm.
when we are work. Yeah, you just explain it once.
Yes.
That's what I got it.
Okay. So this topic I will start from next class. Today I will not cover this topic.
Okay, sure.
Let's keep this topic pending. Whenever you get time, sit back and practice the programs. Even you
Yeah,
don't have to use the Eclipse itself. There's online editor, no? Start
yeah,
writing
yeah,
small
yeah.
programs. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So that will help you to improve on coding part. Clear?
Yes, yes, yes,
Oh,
sure.
sure. Okay. So let
Yeah,
me close the class then.
yeah, yes, sure.
Okay, Ramakrishna. See you next Saturday. Oh, let me check. Tomorrow you're available, Sunday? At the same timing, 4:30. We'll complete it off tomorrow itself.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah.
tomorrow itself at the same timing, like 4:30 to 7 o'clock, it will be again continuation. And tomorrow itself, I will complete all your things and give.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure,
fine.
sure.
Okay,
Okay. Bye.
Krishna, see you. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah.